This episode of the Bald Headed Chronicles is recorded in front of a live audience. What's up, y'all? I'm at the Atlanta airport, real raggedy dripping. You see me dripping in the raggedy merch? My siblings ain't nothing. They don't never wear my merch. I am retiring them and getting a new set of siblings. Actually, I already did that. My sister Mia is the best model. She be on it. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. The rest of y'all, I don't know about y'all. I'm retiring y'all. JT, step it up. But yeah, today is August 1st, and I am making this video with the intention of putting it up by mid-August. So by the time y'all see it, I'll be on to the next thing. But y'all see where I'm at today. Sitting in the dripping in raggedy merch. Keep in mind, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my ish. So if you are watching this episode of the Bald Headed Chronicles, this is season 5, episode 1. And yeah, let's get started. 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 Okay. I had to get all of that out of my system. I'm about to hit record. Yikes. Welcome back to another episode of the Bald Headed Chronicles. I'm your host, the Follicle Whisperer. If this is your first time listening to an episode of the Bald Headed Chronicles, welcome. Welcome. We're glad to have you here. I'm so happy that you found this content or this content found you. If it was shared to you, tell your friend I said thank you. Tag your friend. Yes, if you are a returning avid listener and you are wondering where is the theme song, child, we in season 5, and why haven't we written our own theme song? Okay, I am leaning on you all for support. Help me write this theme song. We are season 5, and I was still using a theme song. You know, we just need to write one. So send me some suggestions. Don't get too crazy. We're gonna try out some little jingles, and the best collaboration for a theme song goes to. Now, I do want to shout out a couple of my podcast friends. So my friend Dukes, she has her own theme song, and I was listening to her show and I was thinking, why don't I have a theme song? For real, Jen, why haven't you written your own theme song? It can't be that hard. India Irie has told you over and 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 over again and again and again how to write a song and what a song is. You write songs all the time. Why don't you just write a theme song? And you know, the answer is because it sounds too much like the right thing to do. So we're going to do it, and I want your help. And yeah, so yeah. Anyway, I know you're probably like, Jen, where you been? What you been up to? Jen, where you been? I've been in the Zen Den. That's where I've been. I've been in the Zen Den minding my bald-headed business. In season 1, I talked about doing a thing. I quit my corporate job and I ran off with the circus and I went into education. And I went back into education. I hadn't finished doing my thing. My thing was becoming a school counselor, and I hadn't finished it. I finished the degree, but I hadn't finished my license. And so I was like, I'm running off with the circus and I'm going to follow my dream of being a school counselor. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be the best thing ever. And when I am Genevieve, the school counselor, or Miss Turner, or whoever, whatever you want to call me, they'd be like, oh, hey, Miss T, So ran off with the circus, went back to working in the schools. It was amazing. I had an amazing leadership team. It was really good. Now, in season 1, my listeners didn't know that I was dealing with some personal issues, and I'm gonna talk about that when we come back from this break. Yeah, okay, I'm just being extra at this point. I just wanted to come on here and talk about the Glow and Grow Essentials, because I know a lot of people are wondering what's going on under that do-rag. Minding my business is what's going on underneath this do-rag, and I'm probably gonna put a bonnet on top of it, because I saw this girl at the airport. She had a bonnet and a do-rag on, and I said, you go, queen. Anyway, let's bring it back to the Glow and Grow Essentials. Glow and Grow Essentials is a hair growth oil with hemp seed jojobabasu oil, that, don't forget the rosemary and castor oil that aids in the stimulation of growth. Now, in order for your hair to grow, you have to consistently use this product. You don't need a lot of it, and it lasts for a pretty long time. She just upgraded the sizes. It used to come in a 1 ounce bottle. Now it comes in a 2 ounce, and I love it. So if you are interested, head on over to Glow and Grow Essentials and tell her the Follicle Whisperer sent you. I'm just out here chasing sluts. I'll let you know when I find one. Okay, and we're back. This weekend I had the opportunity to go to Atlanta to the Pinky Promise Conference hosted by Heather Lindsey. Shout out to my friend Elise for inviting me to this conference. Had she not invited me, I would have not gone, or I wouldn't have known about it. So shout out to you the real MVP. Hey girl, trying to save souls and whatnot. Anyway, the Pinky Promise Conference is essentially a revival. Now, if you don't know what a revival is, the Google definition is an improvement in the condition or the strength of something. So when you revive something, you improve the condition or strengthen it. That being said, women from all over the world came to share their stories about how they were tried and tested, and they came out on the other side with no smoke. I mean, stories of being healed from cancer, stories from being on drugs. Like, people have really been strengthened by their faith. Now, I am a highly spiritual person. I was raised Baptist, and I practice my spiritual practices. And I was not sure if I wanted to attend the conference at first, because I knew that I would have to code switch. Shout out to Figuring It Out with Dukes, the podcast. This week's episode, she talked about code switching. And if you don't know what code switching is, it's when you change the way that you communicate with a certain group of people. The example that she gave is this is my podcast voice. So when you meet me in person, I might be talking like this. I usually have this tone. But if you are my friend, you've been knowing me for a while, you might get a little, for my listeners, I'm doing the backhand bounce. But y'all know what it sounds like when I code switch, because I do it all the time. Like, I do it here, I'm doing it right now. So when you switch it up, another example she uses when you call the doctor's office. You don't call on the doctor and just be like, what up, let me get an appointment. I mean, I probably would, but that's me and my doctor got a different type of relationship. So mind your business. Anyway, we're gonna get back to the no smoke. That was the theme of this year's conference, no smoke. So coming out on the other end with no smoke. The question was presented to me: when was a time that you were in a fire and you came out with no smoke? Initially I wasn't sure what answer I wanted to give, because I could have used a lot of examples. I mean, a whole lot of examples, but the example that I'm going to share with you, or story that I'm going to share with you guys, of a time that I came out of a situation with no smoke was during season 1. I was going through a very private public divorce. How do you do a private public divorce? So it was public because the people who knew us knew what was going on, but it was private to y'all, because y'all don't know me. Y'all didn't even know that I was married in season 1. So all of season 1 I was going through the divorce, and I didn't talk about it because divorce has a lot of shame and resentment and feelings of failure that are placed on it. One person said to me, I was saying, I can't exactly remember what I said. I said something about, this is what I said. I said, I was really somebody's wife. And her response was, you tried to be somebody's wife. And what I said in return to that is, no, I was somebody's wife. I was successfully somebody's wife for over 5 years. I was somebody's wife. And that's a big deal, being young and a person of color. I was successfully somebody's wife for 5 years, and I hold no resentment against that man. So I feel like, that's very admirable to say, one, but it was very bold for her to be like, you tried to be somebody's wife. Bitch, you tried it. Come again. Anyway, let me get back. This is why I had to go to the revival. I had to renew my strength in my faith. Let me get back on track. So, while I was going through the divorce, the only thing that I could compare the feelings of loss to were the feelings that I felt when my stepfather passed away. My stepfather passed away when I was younger, and I had never experienced a very, very close loss like that. And the after he passed away, I lost 2 uncles, an aunt, and then everybody else kept dying. So somebody would die at least once a year, and before I could process the trauma of the one thing, there was another layer of it. And we didn't know it then, but I was high functioning depressed. I didn't know, but we just kept going. I didn't find out about this term, high functioning depression, until I went through my master's program. Right? That's ghetto. I need a new word, y'all. I can't keep calling stuff ghetto. So yeah, while I was going through that, it hurt really bad, because I was experiencing something I'd never experienced before. And like I said a few minutes ago, divorce carries this shame, this guilt, this somebody told me, oh, you divorced, you might as well say you got 2 kids. Y'all so ignorant. Please stop being so ignorant, please. Okay. Look, I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm not sorry. I just have to say these things. While I was going through it, I had faith that what was happening to me was happening for me. It wasn't happening to me, it was happening for me. And I knew that if I could get through my dad dying, I could get through this situation with somebody that was still living on earth. what I had to do was accept that the thing was happening. I had to accept my part that I played in the situation, like whatever. I had to accept all of these things, all of the things. And once I accepted the things for what they were and decided to keep it moving, doors, gates, windows, heaven opened up for your girl. Opened up for your girl. One thing that I did that got me through was art. Art helped me. I went to the art museum. I created art like I would color. I created this podcast. Again, we are in season 5. I started a blog. I started doing all of the things that I have been holding myself back from doing because I didn't want to rock the boat in some areas. I also got my yoga teacher certificate, and that was something that I had wanted to do, but I was in grad school before that. Then we moved and I looked into a program. It was just expensive. I was like, I don't have the money for this right now. But once I put myself in position and accepted what was for me, nothing has missed me since.
That tastes like real bacon.
Yeah, it does. What's up, bald heads? If you have made it this far in the video, go get a snack. It's a commercial break. My friend said you need commercials so that you know when to go get a snack, and that is now. Go get a snack. But also, come practice yoga with me. Yoga is a way to connect your mind and your body so that you feel whole both on and off the mat. If you're interested in practicing with me, go over to my website, yougrowgen.us. That's yougrowgen.us. And let's flow.
So here's a hack for drinking more water. Add some frozen pineapples. Pineapples hold water and they're sweet. So this gives your water a little bit of a tropical taste, a little spa feel. Put a little mint in there. I'm gonna put some mint, maybe some cucumber, and then you have like exotic water. You're welcome.
Okay, we're gonna close with just some things that I took from the conference. Shout out to Brittany King, B King Live on Instagram. She was so funny and so raw and so real, and I really loved her energy. One thing that she said, and one of the times that I saw her speaking was, and I think she said this during the 707, what else do you need? What else do you need in order for you to do what you are called to do? And how long are you going to keep them waiting? How long are you going to keep people waiting to receive what it is that they need from you? So I have been running from recording videos of the podcast. That's not something that I wanted to do, but it's something that I've been called to do. My audience, y'all want to have the ability to watch, because some of you are more visual people. My auditory learners, y'all are okay with the audio version, and for my readers, I have the blog. When she said, how long are you gonna keep them waiting for their healing? That hit me different. It just really hit me different. I know that me sharing my story has helped you all, and it is helping you get through some of the hardest things that you've gotten through. If you know me in real life, you've never seen me sweat for real. Like, so my best friend, she never saw me crack until 2018. She saw me crack, break, and shatter in 2018. She didn't know what to do, and she had been around for a long time. Even my friend Elise, she saw me like break down. I was always the strong friend. Now that strong friend syndrome, cut that shit out, like for real. Now, I love God, but I still cuss a little bit. That's another thing that I have to deal with. And while I was at the revival, I had to keep saying, I need to watch my mouth, I need to watch my mouth. Because you just can't cuss in church. You can't be in church cussing God. Don't like that. But I also think that God was cussing too. Because sometimes, you know, God gotta cuss at you. But I digress. I done lost my point. I was on a roll too. I was butter on a roll. What was we talking about? See, that's what happened when you get sidetracked. The side of the track. What side? Let's take it on back. Let's take it back. Take it back, back. Take it back. Okay. How long are you going to keep them waiting? How long are you going to keep us waiting for what we need? It sounded to me like a call to action that I just wasn't trying to answer. This right here, me recording for y'all, this video, was a call to action that I was trying to get out of. I was gonna give y'all a different version. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do a voiceover of the podcast. I probably will still do a voiceover video for y'all, but I might release this video. Either way, the audio is going out. So, thank you. I'm not about to keep y'all waiting no more. For the 10 people that listen avidly, I appreciate y'all. And what I will close with is, once you know what you need and you are provided with what you need, it feels different. While I was going through my situation, I didn't realize how much support I needed. I had a pretty good support system, but as it got rougher, when the dates started to come where we had to go to court and we had to sign the papers and we had to do all of these things, and I didn't have the support that I needed, I almost crumbled. But people came out of nowhere that I didn't expect to help me through that situation. And some people helped me through that situation and didn't even know what I was going through. They just knew that something was not right about their friend, and they just wanted to be there for me. Support hit different when you really get the support you need. So for all of my creators out there, open your mouth and let people know what you need, because we're waiting on you. And until next time, remember, we are all bald-headed under our hair. So keep minding your bald-headed business. Namaste.